The Woman Spider, or Spider Woman, and Lumatrix, the champion that is not a Pokemon. Yes, hello everybody, hope you're doing well, and welcome back to a brand new video covering some abilities, some what we see, what we don't see when it comes to Jessica Drew and Lumatrix. On screen right now is the little sizzle of SP3 basic attacks, some special attacks for Lumatrix, who's on screen right now, and now on screen is Spider-Woman, and I said Superwoman, Spider-Woman. And look, there's been a cool kind of character to see at some point, Spider-Woman. I'm a bit surprised that she hasn't been released like a little while ago. However, though, seeing the likes of Silk in game and what Silk can do, I'm sure a lot of players are like, well, damn, we like Silk more than, say, this Spider-Verse based character. Although, seeing all those Fury buffs is going to be slightly interesting. We're going to have a little bit look at the abilities, which you can see on screen right now, and more. Well, like anything Marvel related, when Caban puts something in, I don't know much about Spider-Woman. I know that she is within the Spider-Verse, and what verse that would be. I like the outfit. It's just there's other Spider-Verse characters I'm more au fait with. So, first time being put in 1976, and that's Marvel Spotlight issue 32 as Arachna. What's wrong with you, Richard? Marvel 2-in-1 issue 29 in 1977, April 1977. So what are we looking at here? That's 50 something years, 58 years. Oh, I've been at work all day. I can't math particularly well. I've been too engrossed with what I'm doing at work. Loving what I'm doing at the moment, work-wise. Very rare people, I think anybody says that, but I'm honestly enjoying it. It's a shame it's only for a year, but you know, fingers crossed to see what happens after the first, when I finish my my year contract with them. I'd love to be able to do full. Anyway, right, to the point. Right, character. What does it do? She do. They do. Well, we've got spider physiology, kind of usual thing. Ultimately stemming her spider-like ability stemming from status as a totemic avatar. Nick Fury's intel classified as a power level 8. What that means, I don't know, right? But she's stonky on the power grid. Her wall crawling, yeah, well, we know that. That's the Spider-Verse based stuff. Superhuman strength, speed, stamina, superhuman durability, agility, reflexes, flexibility. Nothing new, innit? It's not nothing new that we know. Venom Blast. Okay, this is something a little bit different. Her body possesses an inordinate amount of bioelectricity that she has learned to channel and discharge through her hands in controlled bursts of what she's called Venom Blast. So similar to Miles having something unique about his Spider-Verse or spider-like, powers, she has her own. These energy projections vary in power. They mostly affect the nervous system in humans. Spider-Woman can regulate them from simply a stun to potent enough to kill an average-sized man. What would it do to a raccoon? What would that do? So rockets down. If injured, Jessica's able to recover and Howard the Duck. Yeah, regenerative healing factor. Spider-Verse characters in MCOC don't really have that. Extended longevity. What's that? Pheromone secretion? Well, I think that means something a little bit different. Her metabolism generates certain types of pheromones that can create fear, elicit attraction, or repulsion on others, depending on unknown factors, which might include gender and mood. Okay. This ability became dormant following her pregnancy. Okay, right, we're not here to talk about that. Self-propelled glide, ability to glide through the air, which mostly people confuse with flight, despite her constantly stating she can't fly, only glide. Makes sense. Yeah, martial arts, skilled spy, expert acrobat, multilingual, blah, 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 blah. And the suit, wristwatch style device grants access to an alternate universe. I don't think we're going to be seeing that. Formal weapons. I don't think we're going to be seeing that. let's go back to the showcase of the visual, shall we? So we're lowering down the speed now, everything on playback. I hope you learned a little bit more about Spider-Woman, because I didn't know anything about her, but now I do. Lumatrix looks like he does a lot of damage compared with the Isophene. This, what we're going to do right no, I was going to say right now, is the first thing you can probably note is this champion, Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, a direct counter to Enchantress? There is a good possibility. So what we're going to do now is bring in the red arrow to point out several things. We've got a wither there. We've got a shock popping off. The shock effect looks like it's something completely different. We have got some sort of... I keep on calling it plasma detonation. It's not. It's going to bug me now. It's like a pork popper. It's what Yellow Jacket does. Put in the comments what it is, because yeah. There's a trip up, whatever that is. This one here, is this the one that suppresses dexterity? I think... Oh, it's going to bug me that. But I think that is. I think that's that one there. We've got... Oh, it's like... Well, that's... Is it like unshackled? There's sort of... There's a lot of debuffs to be had. There's a lot of them like... They seem to be like dormant. Like they're kind of like a very kind of like pale. They don't look like an effect or a passive effect like that one there with the arrow is. They look like there's something a little bit different. So I don't know how those effects will particularly work, and also what is doing the extent of shocking base damage. It's like, is this one here like a stacked shackled type, shock stackled type thing? Anyway, that's interesting enough, but this is interesting enough. Nullification. So there could be something that's being nullified on this side of things. What? No, sorry. There's a nullification from Enchantress. Ignore me there. But in the top left-hand corner, we've got Fury buffs. That's nice. And Fury passives at the same time. And a passive power gain. These are all really interesting things, especially to have on a science-based champion. Like, you don't see many science-based champions having a Fury buff. Yes, you see Fury passive a lot, which of course we see in this scenario, and you can see on other champions like Hulk, for example, and She-Hulk, but you don't see it too much as a true buff. And they are there, you know, Overseer's got true buffs, but obviously this is not Overseer. Anyway, let's play a little bit further on, but you can definitely see some nice elements of damage of things, especially some nice things there. And some bursts, of course, because the special attack was thrown. That kind of makes sense. That's what the champion does. I think if we just got to go to Lumatrix. So Lumatrix does have some very nice meaty bursts on him. But also, did you see? He has a tracking debuff. Tracking... and that's... Is that... Oh, that's a buff immunity. Is that buff immunity right there? No, it's the one that the SP2 of Black Widow Clairvoyant has, but I can't remember what it is. It's like I think it's like a buff immunity debuff or something like that. Anyway, you can see your going to be missed, your invisibility, so you know miss is going to be a thing there, and it looks like you can be unblockable as well, so that's kind of nice. And there's a lot more we need to learn about Lumatrix, especially from those that are looking to get him. Physical vulnerability looks like that's part of the, what is it called? The striker, so the relic. So yeah, is that something within the kit as well, and that kind of like extra amplifies on it? Maybe, but I'd say it's probably the relic itself. But it looks like whilst you're hitting, because the relic hasn't been activated, so maybe as part of the kit you do it, and maybe the relic is given more. It obviously gives that symbol type look. Fury passives as well, good to see. Extended damage, and yeah, so there's a little bit more to there's a lot more to learn really. I'm kind of like scratching the surface, but there's a lot of damage potential on both of them. That's quite exciting. Either way, we're going to see what happens in the future. That's it for the video. No more to be said by me. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, and yeah, it's April Fool's. This isn't an April Fool's. Kabam have done an April Fool's based thing. I'll cover that in a moment. See you in a sec. Bye.